Pokémon Emerald Elite Redux 2.0 is finally here. Well, it's still in beta, but for the most part, it's basically ready and I was super excited to dive in. After Professor Birch introduces us to the mascot of the Elite Redux series, Dugong, and after setting up Elite difficulty and level caps, we're ready to start our journey into the new Hoenn region. One of the first things we got to do after setting up the time is help May with her apparent amnesia problem and remind her which region the 3 Pokemon her dad has collected are from. This is what will determine where we will choose our starters from. I had to go with one of my favorite regions of all time, the Johto region. When it's time to save Professor Birch from a seemingly rabid Zigzagoon, we pick our first Pokemon. And I have the perfect choice in mind. And I know I said that the grass is the worst, but we're going to go with Chikorita as our starter, as we're forced to destroy this shiny Zigzagoon with a devastating Vine Whip. Afterwards, we get to name our tiny plant dinosaur, and I gave it the most fitting name I can think of. Lettuce will be the Pokemon who carries us through this elite level challenge, and our first trainer battle lies before us. May has a souped up Torchic that is ready to destroy our sweet plant with just a single attack, so coming up with the right strategy is key. Now if you want to cheese this fight, you can just catch something else and win, but not today. Lettuce will be fighting with honor. No leveling up, just starter versus starter. Lucky for us, Lettuce gets Grassy Surge as an ability and gets Grassy Glide right off the jump, so speed won't be an issue, but power certainly will be. We're going to need to hit it hard first with a Body Slam, then clean up after surviving with a Focus Sash. Well, that plan actually wasn't the best, but not getting burned and paralyzing Torchic allows Lettuce to get her first victory. With the first battle out of the way and our Pokedex acquired, we can begin building our first team. And I think you all know who we're going to be picking first. There he is! There he is! That's our boy! That's right, Fido is now officially in Emerald Redux and I had to have him. I make sure he's in his love ball because I love him already, and I name him Good Boy. Staying on this route, I decided to grab a Ponyta, but not just a regular Ponyta, a shiny Ponyta, and name him Heater. I know my nickname game is top tier, and trust me, it only gets better. Now I want a strong defensive switch in, so I grab Mr. Aron here with a solid steel typing and name him Rogers. Aron Rogers. And for the final 2 slots, we find a nice shiny Bidoof and name him Arceus 2, and then after noticing we lack special attackers, decided to grab Little Ralts. With her big blue dome, I decided to give her the fitting name of Megamind. Now that the dream team was assembled, it was time to prep them for battle because the first trainer can really embarrass you if you're not careful. Starting with instantly raising them all to the level cap, causing Lettuce and Arceus 2 to evolve. After a good amount of time curating our team's strength and finding the right moves and the right abilities, I think we've created a solid group. Lettuce, as we know, sets up grassy terrain on entry with Grassy Surge, but its innate Grass Pelt will increase its already solid defense by 50%. So I invest fully into its HP and attack, making sure it survives plenty of hits while it can dish out boosted up Grassy Glides with ease, as well as getting off a Toxic if needed. Good Boy, the lovable Fido, is stronger than it looks, especially with its Strong Jaw ability, boosting up its biting moves, as well as it having Yawn to slow opponents down. Megamind, our shiny Ralts, is super frail and only has Trace as an ability, so she gets a Focus Sash to get at least one hit with a special attack or to set up Reflect for the rest of the team. Heater, the shiny Ponyta, is a really fast, heavy hitter with its Striker ability, boosting its kicking moves, and Speed Force ability, adding more damage the faster he is. A Choice Scarf lets him get KOs on even really fast Pokemon. Aron Rogers is the defensive switch-in with a decent body press move for attacking. And last but certainly not least, we have Arceus 2 with its Growing Tooth ability, giving him +1 on attack when he uses a biting move. And as you'll see, he proves to be a very valuable member to this team. It's time for our first real trainer battle. He starts off with a Choodle, but Lettuce has no problem taking out with a boosted Grassy Glide. Seal comes out and it's very bulky at this point in the game, and it's the perfect time for Toxic to do its thing. But Lettuce won't be enough to stop it, so we call in the Big Tooth Arceus 2, and it eats an Ice Beam. Using Hyper Fang and the power of Flinch Hacks, the Seal goes down, and after biting a Poochyena, Arceus 2 is at +3 attack. With priority Quick Attack, the battle is quickly over from there. The team has passed the first test with flying colors. The rest of the trainers on this route are pretty easy and didn't pose a threat to our newly assembled dream team. Everyone is able to get a piece of the action and they're all working how they're supposed to. As we make it to the next town and we finally meet our dad and show this Wally how to get a Pokemon, we take on the next route. All was going well until running into Lady Cindy. She seems like a simple enough trainer, 3 Pokemon, nothing too scary, but they're a lot stronger than they look. The lead Baneri is actually pretty bulky with fur coat and will answer back with a choice band boosted move, and Heater couldn't handle it, but Aaron Rodgers can. Unfortunately, he can't handle the fighting type Stuffle. Since it's also bulky, I sent out Lettuce to make sure Poison takes it out, leaving the most problematic Pokemon, Furret. Furret's attack and speed at this point in the game is lethal. Luckily, Lettuce eats its attacks with her high defense and watches as Toxic takes it out. We head into Petalburg Woods, but none of the new Pokemon there catch my eye, so we stick with what got us here. The first run-in with the antagonist of the game goes well. Lettuce just continues gliding through teams as she does best, and we get one step closer to the big gym fight. After a few more fights, we have the first double battle of the game. And honestly, this full grass team does scare me. Oh, Fido and Heater. So my goal is to just kill this Cottony. Cottony is my main concern here because of its prankster shenanigans, and it needs to be stopped immediately, so a swift blaze kick to his face, well, technically I guess its entire body, takes it out. The main threat is gone. No, I should have taken out the Petalil. No, the sunny day. Well, now Tailwind and all sun boosted abilities are active. It looks bad, but they left out one little detail. Now Heater's super effective fire moves are, and he's asleep. I should have knocked out that Petalil. As we wait for Heater to wake up, they unleash the onslaught. But Heater finally wakes up and gets his revenge. Tangela is thick, but eventually we make it through the first of many double battles. No time to worry about those though, as we're heading into the first gym. Roxanne's rock type gym. I feel like the team has a good advantage here, but you can never really know until it's actually time. Fighting the first trainer, I feel confident. The rock types have some bulk and aren't a complete cakewalk, but Grassy Glide is doing well for us. We had it in the bag, until the Hermit Crab. I grossly underestimated its power. It was hitting me harder than I was ready for, but its weak armor ability allowed its speed to creep up on me, and before I knew it, it was outspeeding my whole team. But you know who doesn't care about speed? Lettuce with Grassy Glide, baby. Then a metal bursting Shieldon cut the celebration short and almost clutches the victory. This was way closer than I liked, and I know I'll need to play a lot better to beat Roxanne. With a new approach, the other gym trainers aren't really a problem. Even Aaron Rodgers goes crazy with an iron defense boosted body press. Body press like crazy. You can X scissor all you want, dog. It's doing 1 damage. Oh my god, body press is doing crazy damage. Don't let me get the +6, bro. Body press. Let's go. Body press is going crazy. 250 damage. Oh, stop. Stop the count. Bro, stop. Crit. Yo, stop. Dude. Hey, yo. Does he have skill link or was that just unlucky? Doesn't matter. There was a small scare with an Archon, but we don't need to talk about that. I'm about to sacrifice Fido right here. Goodbye, Fido. He missed! Fido lives! If not only for a turn, because he's about to get destroyed by a head smash. Yeah, I was hoping it didn't have to come to that. It was for the good of the team, okay? We made it to Roxanne, the biggest challenge to date. And if you made it this far in the video, don't forget to subscribe to see the rest of this playthrough. To start off this battle, I lead with Arceus 2 into her Sandstorm setting Onyx. Before this fight, I changed Arceus 2's quick attack to Aqua Jet as it will be much more viable. The plan here is simple. I'm not scared of Onyx taking Arceus 2 out here, and if we can get 2 Aqua Fang bites on it, our +2 attack will be enough to tear through her team. The Rough Skin and Sandstorm combo does more than anticipated, but we get the +2, so the rest of the rock types shouldn't fear me. Unless she sends out a flying dark bird. So Aqua Jet wasn't enough to take it out, but this is why we have Ralts for situations like this. perfect opportunity to take out a problem Pokemon. Oh no, don't get the flinch. Please don't flinch. We're screwed if we get flinched. Well, that didn't work. Time for plan B. Aaron Rodgers was able to put in some nasty work in the earlier fights and just needs some setup with iron defenses and it sweeps. He sets up after about 30 flinches and takes out Bombardier, but there will be no sweep today as Macargo and her special attacks do not plan on letting that happen. However, I know it will be going for a burn up, which will remove its fire typing and restricts it from using that move again. Meaning it can't stop our queen Lettuce, who can now use a super effective Grassy Glide taking out Macargo. Tortuga comes out, and even though it's 4 times weak to grass, it will live a Grassy Glide, so we'll have to eat an Ice Fang. Or it goes for Aqua Jet. What are you doing? It's throwing. Tortuga's throwing. Oh my god. And surprisingly, she sends out her Whiscash, another 4 times weak to grass Pokemon. I saw through her tricks though, knowing it had a Rindo Berry, which would weaken my Grassy Glide, and I feared a Dragon Dance, so I assured its demise with a Toxic. Although in hindsight, back-to-back Grassy Glides was a much better move, and either way, it's down to our last Pokemon, the Salt Creature from Minecraft. Fearing it would use Curse and wall me out, I wanted to poison it and guarantee a victory, but its impenetrable ability will prevent that. So it's Grassy Glide and Pray. And those prayers were answered as Roxanne foolishly goes for the kill and fails to do enough to take us out. It's over. The first gym of 2.0 has been beaten, but this was just many of the challenges that's to come. We now have access to even more Pokemon, including some brand new Emerald Elite Redux exclusives. If you enjoyed the first part of this 2.0 playthrough, please let me know by liking and telling me your thoughts down below. This is a first for the channel and I want to know how many of you would like to see more of this in the future. Don't forget to subscribe and I will see you in the next one. Peace.